Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to be going back 10 years in time, back to 2015, where people would make these kind of videos. Because I was playing games on this channel, I don't have a lot of stuff to talk about, so why not just have topics in front of me like would you rather. So I mean, I'm sure you've already seen stuff like this, you already know what we're getting into, but before, I want to say two things. One, I've added googly eyes on my camera so it feels like I'm talking to someone. I'll put it on screen here. And two, Silk Song. This is completely not related to the video at all, but in 3 days Silk Song is gonna come out and I'm extremely excited for it. So I'm gonna be live streaming that, and if you want to see, I probably will stream it the day, but I mean my days are, I'm awful at planning, so but anyway, let's just get into it. So would you rather always be overdressed, always be underdressed? I feel, wait, what is this button at the top? If I click that, will it? Okay, let's not worry about that. There's game modes. Okay, would you rather be overdressed or underdressed? The correct answer is overdressed. Like, if you're underdressed, you're just embarrassed. If you're overdressed, you might be embarrassed. And I've always overthunk everything, but as long as I look good, who cares? You know? People who we get so controversial after about people who don't look as good as me have less of an opinion. So I'm joking, by the way. Yeah, everyone is beautiful. It's the first question, man. Alright. Would you rather have everyone know your darkest secret or have everyone believe a false but embarrassing rumor about you? Okay, I'm gonna assume that the rumor is worse than my darkest secret, because yeah, if someone just believed a rumor about me that wasn't as bad as the darkest secret, it'd be that one, obviously. But I'm just gonna assume that this is a, can you see my mouse? You can. I'm gonna assume that this is like a really, really, really bad, embarrassing thing. Like, I peed myself. To be fair, I don't even know what my darkest secret is, and if I did, I wouldn't say it. So I'll probably pick the rumor one, more because I know myself it's not true, and I don't really like, if someone believes something, it's kind of out of my hands, you know. Like, I can't be bothered to change that opinion, so I'm just gonna go with this one. And we have picked the highest percentage, one where most people agree. I think that little streak at the bottom is, actually, I don't even know if you can see my mouse because I zoomed in. Actually, let me just move it. You see that little streak at the bottom right there? I think that might be, like, if we pick the one with the highest percentage. So let's see how many times we could do that. So would you rather fight a bear with a butter knife or fight a wolf with your bare hands? The thing is, a butter knife. Let me do some research. Yeah, see, this thing is not, it's not even sharp. So I feel like my fist would deal more damage than trying to stab someone with a knife as blunt as this one. So yeah, I'd pick a wolf with my bare hands. It depends. Also kind of depends on how nice you are, because I'm gonna be real. If a wolf was attacking me, I wouldn't feel bad killing it, because obviously my life is on the line. So I'd fight a wolf with my bare hands. And I'm glad people agree, because if people think a butter knife is a viable weapon, no. Would you rather freeze to death or burn to death? I assume burning to death is it's kind of weird that the burn is blue and the freeze is red, but burn to death is excruciatingly painful. Freezing to death is probably also that, but I think after a certain point you wouldn't. Would you feel anything? Okay, you know what, this is already a mess of a video anyway. Whenever you're in doubt of anything ever, what do? Say it with me. Resort to ChatGPT. So the age of free thinkers is over. Would it hurt a lot to freeze to death? Also, my clicky keyboard, it's making a return. It's painful at first, but doesn't usually stay all the way through. That's all we need. So I'm gonna make the executive decision and freeze to death. Okay, we're picking freeze to death, and again, it's the highest one, but the little streak at the bottom is not changing, so I think it's just like a daily thing. Get paid for it. This is boring. Superpowers. See, this is more interesting. I wanted superpowers. What is it, being able to create a new holiday? You know, what happened to the old, remember the old like controversial questions that were like super bad? This is kind of like the Kids Bop version. I want like controversial, unpopular. I want controversial. No wonder this one's unpopular. No one's answering it. Normal or hard or extreme. You know what? Gonna be dangerous, but we're doing the extreme. Would you rather? Ooh, be eaten alive by a bear, be eaten alive by a wolf. What happened? How was would you rather become woke? I'm kidding. Bear, because it's probably quicker, right? See, it's implying you want to go with what everyone else says, but other people are dumb sometimes. Overthink. So like, as long as you can justify it, I don't really care what the people think. The animals you touch die, or the computer you touch crash. Okay, now I'm gonna just be a dickhead here. When it says computer, does it mean the PC tower? Or like, because I can touch the mouse and keyboard all I want without the, so I'm gonna go with this one. Also because I love animals and I'm a very nice and polite person who wouldn't want to see animal die. Be buried up to the neck in full sunlight for 8 hours. That don't seem too bad. Buried up to the neck surrounded by fed. Yeah, I'm a very patient man, so I would wait 8 hours rather than be in pain for 20 minutes. Actually, now that I say that out loud, like, kind of regret that decision. Bathe every morning in sewage treatment plant, or have to sleep twice a week completely naked in a public place. This is a very obvious answer. What kind of question? I'm like, okay, nah, these are okay. Love life. Write your partner a love letter or sing your partner a song. I can't sing and I'm too anxious for that. So like, you'll never see me sing ever. I can guarantee if I sing in front of you, yes, you googly eyes camera, just shoot me on the spot, man. Have your partner only be able to use okay, you know, I low-key asked for it. I said, why is this like, what? Oh my god, the screen. Okay, I made it so you can see the actual full screen now. So you can see my tabs. This is my YouTube account. So, oh, Fortnite saved the, hey, let's check the Fortnite Save the World missions. Today and yesterday, no V-Bucks. That's crazy. I don't play that, by the way. It's an old tab, I promise. Right, so the red option and the blue option. You have eyes. You can, especially you, googly-eyed camera. As a very inexperienced I am just gonna skip this question. Yay, I'm not happy about that. Invent groundbreaking technology but can never receive credit or be famous for a minor invention. If I invent groundbreaking technology, do I still technically, like, I invented it, I receive credit? That means nothing goes to me, not even like the money. Assuming that I still have the patents and stuff to it, I would pick this one because nobody knows me, but I'd still be rich, right? And I don't have to be known for that technology. I could be known for something else, you know? So I'm gonna do this one. Okay. I guess that means if you don't receive credit, you don't get any money ever. Then I guess I'd choose the blue one because slow motion is better than no motion. But go on a date with Zendaya or Sydney Sweeney. I can't lie, don't know who that is. What the Sydney Sweeney fans are absolutely raging in their seats right now. You see, me personally, I do not objectify women, so I'm just gonna close my eyes and just, because you should not. Alright, would you rather be caught cheating or catch your partner cheating? I have never been caught cheating nor been cheated on, so I don't know what either of these two are. But catching your partner cheating, you would hate them, so it'd be easier to move on, right? Because if you despise the person, you wouldn't get hung up on it. Rather, if you were caught cheating, you'd be guilty, and I'd rather be really mad for like a month rather than super guilty for like 3 months. So I'd catch my partner cheating, and I'm glad other people say that because they are nice people. Cheating is bad unless it's in a video game. Have a human-sized Godzilla as a partner. You see, some people are into that. Have a partner who's the size of God. See, there's some people who's into that. So I feel like the government would just like kidnap her or him, who knows, as for like research purposes. And obviously they'll probably do the same with an actual Godzilla. I don't think either of these you could go under the radar unless you give Godzilla a fedora and a trench coat. But if I had a really big partner, she could like, or he could take me to like Spain or something really easily. So I'd do that. You know, bigger is better. Have a crazy boyfriend or girlfriend, have an ugly boyfriend or girlfriend. So just because they're crazy, I love how I didn't even consider the ugly one. I was just like immediately. If they're crazy, that just shows they care about you. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You have an ugly boyfriend or girlfriend. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter because beauty is subjective. Is it shallow of me to say crazy? Probably, but you know, I don't think being crazy is a bad. We're all a little crazy. Your partner be slim or strong? You can be both. Is it bad that my first thought was survivability? It was like, it would be beneficial to have a strong one because they can protect me from robbers. But is that likely to happen? Probably. Who knows? Strong, survival of the fittest, right? Be the couple everyone envy. Why am I still doing the loved ones? Not. I'm just gonna look at it and I'll blur if necessary. Oh, that's fine. I'd much rather be bad at because you know, I'd be told, wait, no, I meant to pick the. It's just God's plan, I guess. That's just funny, to be honest. So, let's just skip this. Deal with the devil. Read anyone's mind, but you only hear negative thoughts about you. Be able to fly, but you have extreme dizziness for 6 hours. 6 hours is a very long time. But that is just jet lag. No. But how fast do I fly? Because it would be cheaper to fly to another country, but I'd have to have jet lag. But how fast do I go as fast as an aeroplane? Will I spend an entire day if I wanted to fly to Australia? Or read anyone's mind, but you only hear negative thoughts about you. I'm used to it, innit? Actually, that probably would not be good for my mental, to be honest. But be best friends with Zendaya, but Tom Holland hates you. Best friends with Tom Holland, but Zendaya hates you. I'm not gonna lie, I really like Tom Holland. I'm gonna be best friends with Tom Holland. He seems nice. Zendaya, she seems nice too, but he's not Spider-Man. She's not Spider-Man. Teleport anywhere, but you always land in the middle of a crowded public bathroom. I'd assume it's of my gender. Or have superhuman strength, but the heavier the object, the slower you move. What does that mean? The thing I pick up, the slower I move. But is it like an exponential? I'm such a nerd for theatre. Like, that's the first thing my mind goes to. But if I pick up a building, how slow do I go? Like 1 mile an hour. Because don't get me wrong, that's slow, but it's still pretty impressive for a building. But if I were to pick up like this table, that's just being strong, innit? Like picking up a table but you move slow, you're not gonna move quick with it. So get free meals at a restaurant, but they always give you the wrong order. Is it an order I don't like? Because free food is free food, right? Stay at a luxury hotel for free, but you share the room with a loud stranger. See, just because they're loud, I assume, do you mean snoring, or like loud as in talkative? Or loud as just in speaks in a really, really loud voice? Because just because I like that don't mean they're weird. But also, sharing a room with a stranger anyway is weird and dangerous. Free food, right? Okay, let's see what the final one is. Fantasy. Be a wizard or a superhero? Which one? Then I would do that because I'd probably just be like, I was gonna say Spider-Man, but realistically, if I just picked like Superman, I'd be OP. You know, I've actually thought about this. If you were a superhero, there wouldn't be any supervillains to kill. I mean, obviously there's bad people, but not Green Goblin, you know what I mean? But I'd be Spider-Man, personally. That's a 50-50. That's kind of impressive. Live in the Game of Thrones universe or live in the Walking Dead universe? I don't know anything about Game of Thrones, and Walking Dead is kind of, I was gonna say kind of makes sense, but there's gonna be like groups and stuff, and obviously I wouldn't know the clans. This is literally Dragon's Dogma, so I assume it's really similar. Dragons, goblins, orcs instead of goblins probably, but I'd pick this one. Probably die really quick too. Have Harry Potter's wand or Green Lantern's ring? If you have the wand, you still need to know the spells, right? You still need training. Green Lantern's ring. Wait, is that like a thing? You need to be pure of heart or something? Yeah, grants wearer incredible powers by harnessing willpower. So you need high willpower. Like, determination from like Undertale. Green Lantern's ring because it's like a temporary 3D printer, right? Right, be Dumbledore or Gandalf. They're literally the same person. Okay, no, this one's boring. Let's go back to this one. Use wow. What? I don't even know what that is. Should I Google it? That's enough for me.